Sierra, if you're reading this or listening to this, baby girl, it's too late because Nick is for the streets. See, Bella tried to warn you. You seen how he did Bella. He threw her straight into the closet just to play with Sierra for a while. And then Sierra ended up giving him some of that stuff, and then he has been embarrassed her ever since. I sort of think it's a curse. If you sleep with somebody on that island, they're going to straight embarrass you. Because why do we have to find out that Nick actually wants Alondria? Hi, you guys. This is Rain Said That. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, let's get into episode 21 because I don't like to waste your time. So, let's get straight into it. Alondria and Nick is officially a couple. And I honestly can see it a little bit because, Nick like everybody. But, the funny thing is that Taylor don't know that Alondria is on her way. And I love that because I love when people don't know that you come. And it's like when you tell your man that you're going out and he's like, almost stay home. And then you come back early and somebody's in the house. Yeah, because you thought I was gone. You thought I was gone. Now, Ace is over here talking to Coco, which I don't buy his fake tears because, he was saying that how much he's going to miss Nick, even though Nick isn't gone. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So Sierra is getting the ick from Elon. I don't know why. She just been giving him like the ill, don't touch me, don't talk to me, I don't like you. I want to go back to the villa. Where is Nick? But girl, Nick is over there embarrassing you. This is what you don't know. But like I told you guys, like she's not going to leave Nick because, she got a real life soul tie. So, it's disappointing because she could have something with Elon, but we don't know him either. Now we're going to get back to, the villa with the guys, and Jada is talking to Austin, and Austin's letting her know that he's grateful that she saved him and that, she made the right decision. And Jaden's like, yeah, I know. Now, Zach is freaking out because I think he's worried that he might get eliminated from the public because he cares about how we see him, and he feels really bad for sending Alondria home because he really may not like Amaya like that. Now, I'm really confused as to why TJ is crying. Like, you only been there for 3 days. Like, why are you crying for Nick? You don't even know Nick like that. So I don't understand why you crying so hard and you just got here like 3 days ago. But I guess, girl, that's Vanna's man. That's Vanna's man. So Vanna's looking like, I guess. So everybody's pretty much, still crying, aka Huda, acting like she is so hurt. But the person that should be crying the hardest would be Shelly. Adrena is looking like, I miss Jeremiah. Where's Jeremiah? I know she missed Jeremiah because the other guy really don't do it. He kind of gives me goofy vibes. But let's talk about Chris, because you know what type of vibes he has been giving me? He's giving me Charlie vibes from, a previous season when Cachet had brought Charlie back. He embarrassed her. I don't trust him. I don't trust Chris at all, and I don't know why. I'm just not buying him being so calm, cool, and collected. He's a basketball player. If you ain't never dated a basketball player, then girl, that's another day, a story for another day. Now, I keep on calling this man Cordell. Taylor is asleep with his match. Alondria busts in the night. She looking like, oh, this man is sleeping good while I was gone. Because let's be real, Taylor was not worried about Alondria at all. And all Alondria doing is literally staring at him while she is sleeping, because she can't even sleep because that man lives on her mind. But now you know that he never cared about you in the first place. We all know that he don't even like you. Ace is basically forcing him in a relationship with you. This is why he's moved on so fast. And then when they got up and they was like, surprise, he didn't even go to her. He went straight to Nick, and then he was like, oh, here you go. Oh, I miss you. He didn't miss you at all. He don't care about you, girl. And just because you like him so much does not mean or is going to make him like you, because all of America knows that he don't like you. And I just hate that my girl is the last to know, because I feel as though, none of the guys are going to tell her that, because, that bro code, so type of situation. But you can tell by the way he's acting that he don't even like Alondria. So the new girls are feeling awkward. They're like, oh, talking about, are you going to tell her that you and Taylor kiss? And, Clark is like, I don't know. I mean, I might or whatever. Like, I just want to tea about what's going on in the other villa. I would not tell these new girls anything because I don't even know y'all. I don't even know y'all just yet. But she came in, and you know how like people be talking about you when you walk in the room, it's like awkward. It was definitely giving that. But she decided to, share with them. But the funniest thing that she did was like, yeah, because I had to come back because somebody else is with my man. And then Clark looked like her heart was skipping a beat when she said that, because she was like, yeah, because I came back for my man Taylor. Like, she was straight to the point, and I don't think like Clark was expecting her to be like that. But I mean, if she said that's her man, even though she's delusional, that is her man in her head. Now, Nick is so messy, but Love Island, definitely shows you guys that men are just as messy as women, because all they do is talk about everything and everybody's business. So basically, Nick is telling him the tea, but he didn't tell him that, he in love with Alondria. He didn't tell Taylor that. But he did tell, Ace, Mojo Jojo, that Shelly with a 6'7" guy over there. And somebody, I don't know if it was Pepe, I don't know if it was TJ, but it was like 6'7". Ace was trying to act like it didn't bother him, but baby, he was hurt. It hit him right in the kneecaps where there's no extra height at. Because I don't know who said that, but I was literally cracking up. Even Taylor was laughing a little bit too long. Now let's get into the girls' villa, because Huda, she likes Chris. Okay, she likes Chris. She's listening to Shelly talk about Chris, how he's amazing, and then he's a basketball player, because remember when Huda was trying to talk to Pepe because he was a ex-pro athlete. So Huda was like, he's 6'8". And I guess Shelly, she'd be oblivious all the time, but I was on it because I'm just like, girl, you don't even like JD. At this point, she's literally just taking whatever she can get. Now, Shelly and Chris is having a conversation, and he's like, oh, what's your love language? What things are you like? Blah, 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 blah. Because the way he was acting during that game, like, do you really like Shelly, or you just feel like it's a good key to the door to be able to get into the villa? Like, I don't trust none of those guys in Casa Amor, because they will say and do anything to be a couple and to go into the villa in order to win $100,000. I'm not even gonna lie, Taylor was sitting there looking at Clark like she was a steak meal. He was just looking her up and down, licking his lips. I'm like, he don't never look at Alondria like that. He look at Alondria like, go ahead. Like, after the conversation, he just ready to go. I feel like him and Alondria is just friends. So Nick is like, landing on thick, giving Alondria compliments. If it's really natural and real, you don't have to do too much. You ain't got to try to manipulate or persuade somebody to actually start, showing interest in you. I don't know. I don't trust Nick, so I don't think nothing that he does is genuine, honestly. I just feel like that he's down for whatever. He'll take whatever attention that he can get. But he is sitting down with Taylor and Ace, and he's telling, Ace is basically telling him that he needs to talk to Alondria, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just waiting on, Nick to tell, Taylor how he has all these feelings for Alondria. Why did not Nick say that? He didn't say, yeah, I'm going to be talking to her. No, you need to tell Taylor everything that you said, that you have all these feelings for Alondria. You have great chemistry and physical attraction, but he's not going to say that. Now they're having this conversation, and basically, Taylor is telling her that he's so interested in Clark and he still wants to get to know her because they're not close. And honestly, I did feel bad for Alondria a little bit. And she started crying and stuff. I'm like, damn, Taylor, you just need to tell this girl that you don't like her. Don't understand why guys just won't tell you like they don't like you. Like, period. It will waste no time. You'll get straight to the point. Now let's get into this kissing game, because Shelly and Chris, he threw her up all in the air. But Sierra took the cake. And honestly, for me, it was the outfit. I don't know where she got this outfit from, but Love Island needs to start, letting us know about these outfits because Sierra ate the hair, the body, the outfit. She just won it all this night. I'm not even gonna lie. It's really the outfit for me. Even Huda was just like, dang, like nobody was really expecting that. But she don't even like Elon though. So Taylor is kissing, Clark, and Alondra has to see it, and she's covering her eyes. But girl, you need to see this. You need to see the chemistry that he has with Clark that he does not have with you. And then once you come to the realization when it smacks you in your face, you're going to be like, oh, I'm fit to leave him exactly where I found him. And I feel like this probably was the main reason why she decided to, give Nick a chance, because it's clear as day that he's not interested in her 100%. And it's clear as day that Nick is not interested in nobody. Now, here comes Huda, doing her favorite trick that she has been doing, for the last couple of episodes, and she didn't even get a win. I was like, yeah, I don't think I like Huda. Like, I like the Huda on the first 2 episodes. After that, she's kind of in performance mode. Like, she's not really being herself. And I feel as though the whole Jeremiah situation kind of crushed her, her insecurity. So she's acting from a place of, insecurity instead of her being her authentic self. This is why I'm on her neck. But she was being her authentic self though when she was kissing Chris. Okay, I feel like they got some tension. I'm not even gonna blame Hoodie because he lifted her up in that air. Like, it's easy to get, delusional when you get lifted up in the air by a 6'8" man, okay? And Shirley's looking dumb like she always doing, because she was looking dumb when he did this to Andrea. I'm talking about Ace, okay? Every time she sees that her partner is interested in someone else, she just makes his face. Huda was showing out because she actually wants Chris, okay? So I feel like she needs to be careful, because if she goes with Chris, Huda might go for the steal, but she might as well just let Huda just have Chris, since she does want Ace, since Ace is on the back of her mind, because it don't really look like Ace is with anybody. But yeah, even Adrena was looking like, if you liked Huda, why didn't you go towards Huda? And this is why I don't trust Chris. Okay, now Clark and Taylor, they're kind of boring to me. I don't like Clark's face. I don't like her face structure and her bones underneath, but that's just my personal problem. But I don't feel like she's being authentic either. I feel like she's holding back for some reason, and it could be because Taylor's with Alondria, but he clearly don't want Alondria. You seen the clips the same as us. But let's get into this nasty kiss, because I hate the way Taylor kissed. Like, he kissed like he don't really know how to kiss for real. So it kind of gave me the ick, because I'm like, well, at least he kissing them the same. He's giving the new girl like a little bit more tongue or whatever, but I guess. Now Nick is like trying to, persuade her, telling him, Nick Bieber, he turned it to Nick Bieber, okay? He turned it to Naquavius Bieber at this point, because he's telling Alondria, I want you, girl. I've been thinking about you all day. You've been on my mind, and I got to get those lips. And she fell for it. Like, he must got game. I'm not even gonna lie, I would not date Nick, but I promise you, this man got some type of game or something, because it seems as though like everybody is falling for it. Like, I wouldn't fall for it, but it looks like the other people are. Now Sierra's just making this stink face, and girl, you're gonna be sick on movie night, girl. On movie night, when you see this footage of how Nick is acting, you're gonna look back and like, dang, I should have chose Elon. So baby girl, you need to get it together. You need to think long and hard, and you need to remember everything that Nick has done with Bella, with you, with Adrena, and now with Alondria. So I feel like that she needs to get a reality check, and that reality check is here.